y'all know what confuses me? No matter what type of white person you talk to, it could be a white woman, a white man, a white trans person, whatever, right? If you let that person talk for long enough, they are going to try to convince you that white people are the most oppressed people in the world. I kid you not, right? Let me tell you what just inspired this. Oh my goodness. So I was watching a video. A white guy used the N word, and then a fight broke out between a couple white guys and a couple black guys, right? Who responded to this white guy using the N word. So I scroll, I look in the comments, and one guy was in the comments. First of all, there were a number of comments of white people like, oh, black people act like animals, so and so, reacting like this to a word, blah, 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 right? And one comment in particular, though, one white guy said, well, he kind of deserved that, right? For using that word. But basically, they just solidified his thoughts, and now he's going to go join the KKK. I bet he really hates black people now, right? And I'm confused on, how did the white man become the victim in this situation? This is my thing. He was racist to begin with, okay? This is something that I stress to people, right? You being racist doesn't actually have anything to do with me. That's something that you projecting onto me, right? So this man was racist due to no fault of black people, right? But somehow it's our fault that he go and join the KKK. Okay, so what? Why does the KKK exist to begin with, right? That's black people's fault, or is that white people's fault because they want to join it and be racist? What are we talking about, right? And then my other thing is this: if those black people had stood there and let him use the N word, what would that have solved? I'm sure he would have still wouldn't join the KKK because, again, what exactly are we saying here? In fact, let me tell y'all something that's completely unrelated to this, but it plays into this thing about how white people insist that they're the most oppressed people in the world, right? I scrolled past a post by a white trans woman, and let me clarify the terminology so that nobody gets confused. White trans women are people who are born white men and identify as women, right? So this white trans woman posted, and it was something about, the bathroom. People were saying, oh, you shouldn't be allowed to use the women's bathroom, yada, 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 right? And this white trans woman said, yeah, they want to keep us out of these spaces. That's basically segregation. I said, huh? Y'all, I went to go reply to this person, and then I didn't even reply because I was like, no way, you just said that women not wanting biological men in the bathroom with them is the same as segregation. Is that really the comparison that you just made? But my point is this, though, right? Again, white people, if you let them talk long enough, they will always attempt to convince you that they are the most oppressed people in the world. And then this is my other thing, right? White people will never denounce anti-blackness, right? White people will sit there and say, oh, segregation wasn't that bad, so and so and so, yada, yada, yada. They'll never denounce any of the things that they did to black people to torment us, right? But as soon as they want to pretend that they're victims, guess what they constantly bringing up as a comparison? Something that happened to black people.